Welcome to the closed beta of News Tower. It's a new game that is on the horizon of getting early access sometime next year is what they're looking at. It is a newspaper tower simulation game. So we're going to start. I am not going to do the introduction. The tutorial is a very good tutorial. I did check it out. I might do a series that we just go through the tutorial so people can see it, but this is going to be just the actual gameplay without the tutorial. So no, it is set in New York in the 1930s during the heyday of newspapers, Prohibition, Great Depression. With pockets lighter than a feather, we had to start from the bottom. We built a ramshackle newsstand and sold others newspapers. Paper by paper, we started to build our own story. We called our newspaper Swifty Tribune. 3-cent stamp, send that postcard. You guys see that skyline of New York? Empire State Building was not built yet at the start of this game, but it is iconic to the New York City skyline, so that is why they put it in there. Give it a second, gives me a second, and there's the beautiful skyline, Zeppelins, and this is our tower. So up here, the globe is where we go find our news stories. Currently, not open. It's later, and Europe is later. But currently, it's only the United States, North America, which is fine. It is beta. It is not even in early access yet. So it looks like they do have plans to add other parts of the world later on, which will be really nice. Here is where we would set up our newspaper, but we have nothing, so there is no reason to. We got hiring, and we have building. The year, time, beautiful thing. I do like this fast forward feature because you can't put it on fast forward and end up forgetting about it and getting lost. You have to actually hold it down to fast forward, which is really nice for a game like this. We're currently on Monday. That little red goes round and then jumps to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is print day. So all the news that we get completed during the week, we put into paper and send to print on Sunday. Over here, we'll end up seeing things. We currently have no influence points. Those come in later. We start with $10,000. Order coal, we won't have to do that for a while. That is for extra power. After you go through this initial power, you get 50 power to begin with. It says 0 right now, but we are going to have 50. First thing we're going to do, we need a second floor. We can't function this paper on just one floor. Second floor is going to be our printing. So we're going to go here. We need to connect. So what you do is you click with your left button and you hold and drag onto here to put it wherever. Bam. We have stairs going from floor to floor. First thing we're going to do is get our printing press in. We need the input first. Now, this orange and yellow means not good working environment. It's loud and it's hot or dirty. Can also make it go up. It's not a good working environment. Your people will not like to work in it. Luckily, this is printer. Most people don't. The next thing, you don't go to the module yet. For this, you go output. And before you do the module, printer belt, go there, and then just connect it over to there. And then our page module. Bam. So now we have a printing for 1. So we're going to leave that on, especially for now, because it's a very important information we're going to need. We are going to we're getting bleed from down the stairs into this bottom part. We want to stop that as much as possible. First thing we're going to do, see if I put this there, see how far you get a nice drop already. So we're going to put that one there. And then we're actually going to do another one right there. We're going to lower it again down here. And these are going to be our working sides, and see it's much lower than it was already. So, next thing, reporter's desk. I'm going to start with 2 right off the bat. One of them, we're going to put a globe on, because that is going to give us a bonus of +1 to any society papers. And we're also going to put one on telegraphs, because that's going to give us a bonus to our telegraphs. Which, speaking of telegraphs, this is how stories come in. This is where you get your leads for stories. So we put 1 on there, so we get that bonus. These are noisy, so they're producing noise. These are going to produce trash. But we also need the typesetter, where they bring the stories. Your typesetter sets up the story. And then the assembly table, which puts it all together to be able to print. These also produce paper. Currently, we've got noise, stuff like that. But let's take care of lighting first. If it's dark, your people are not real happy. This costs 2, but of course it does a bigger area. Hopefully that's going to be enough. Always put 1 in your stairwells, because other words, when they come through here, they're losing during that. Generators we don't need now. Like I said, you start with 50. Once you get to that 50 and above, you're going to need to build 1 of these, which is where coal ordering comes in. We are going to throw a toilet, because our people who work for us will need to go to the bathroom. That produces a smell, which we will need to take care of as well. So, comfort. These are things that block the different things. Taking this wall, turning that won't do much here, but it will lower our heat. And it's broken down. Put 1 of those there. And as you see, it's lowering that and making it more bearable. Still is not good. Don't get me wrong. No one's going to want to work in this thing, that's for sure. But it makes things more bearable. See, putting this acoustic here gets rid of all that noise sound right there. Very good, very good. Clocks. lower a small amount of noise, heat, and smell. Same with these. So we will put one of these in. Now, see how this clock is actually turned that green. Green means it's a much more enjoyable work area, so they work better, and they actually gain back after being in these bad areas. So we will also put a clock there. And there. Now, we put a sink in. Woo! Dropped a lot of that smell down. I'm going to put a mirror in. Drops that smell down even more. Put this fan in. Gets rid of all that smell. There we go. Made the tiles. Got rid of most. This is probably going to be sound. So let's see. The one bad thing is, yeah, it is mainly sound. So we're going to move this clock over so we can fit acoustic tile in there. And heat, yep, and heat was the last part. So we got all that. We got smell in here. How do we have smell? That's unusual. So we're going to put the trash cans in. This limits trash that gets thrown on the ground, which will lower. We already did that industrial. Let's see if we put. Yeah, we'll put that fan in. Got rid of the smell. We're all good there. No smell. Nothing. This has heat still. So we want. Bam. Takes care of that heat. So we should be good there. We're pretty good there. We can fit one more there. Doesn't help a lot, but this is much better. We are going to need a sweeping station. We'll put that right there. We also need a wash station to clean that bathroom. We're going to need a workbench. That is to repair things, but we can wait a week. We will need a resupply desk. That can wait a week. Because we have gone through quite a bit of our money. We got lights, lights. So now we need staff. So if you just click the missing assignment, it'll bring up anyone who is hireable. So we'll take and we'll put Benjamin as our telegraph. We have crime, entertainment, sports, society, politics, and economy are the 6 types of reporting we do. So, right off the bat, we want to take this guy, or this lady, Gertrude, we're going to put her on the desk with the little globe, because she gets a bonus for being at that desk, which makes researching go quicker and the story is better. And then, of course, on this one, this is a guy who has the other. Now we can research all 6 types. Next, we are going to need our typesetter. We will just make Thelma our typesetter. We'll do Clark. So it takes him currently 12 hours to produce item. Our type center takes 18 hours. So every story that comes in, it'll take 18 hours to do typesetting, plus another 20, so 30 hours between these two, which comes in big later on. That's why, as quickly as possible, you're going to want a second typesetter and a second assembler, and you're going to want to get up to 2 or 3 of the teletypes to get in more stories that you can research quicker, and 3 or 4 of these to be out researching, because you want to do that quick. But before you can really do that, you need to get where you can afford another floor. You're going to need that floor to be able to do it, because we've still got other things we need to put in here for day-to-day operations. But while we're here, we're going to add Susan to Sweeper, and we will make Clark our wash station person. So we've got everything up and going. Globe, we need to send someone to research that. This is a society, so if we had multiple people with society, we could choose whoever, but we've only got the one. It's going to take 20 hours for them to go research, write the story, and bring it back and give it to the typesetter. And over here, this pops up, and these are all the stories you're researching, typesetting, assembling, or that are completed. So let's start. I love the artwork in this game. It looks really nice. Beautiful artwork. I love the 30s vibe. If you scroll up with the W, you can see that beautiful skyline. Come back down, you see, and you can zoom in. Swift Tribune at 142. Of course, you just use your mouse wheel. They don't have light, so they're not happy. That little beeping sound means there's a new thing we can do, but we need to throw a light in there. We also really do need lights in here for when people walk through. So what do we got? So luckily we have we don't have economy, because that's this person, Gertrude. She's still got 9 hours remaining. We don't have the time for that. So we are going to go for the crime report, because you have a lot of your things branch out where you can do it based off of the economy or crime or the recession on the loose. So we're going to take John and send him off to go and check. So let's everyone's got light, so they're all good. The only time they don't like it is when you pause and this swings. These swing, these don't really, so. But that means we've got enough light to cover that. They're just standing around right now, but that salary, that 25, is for the week, not for the day. So it doesn't matter. This pops up. That means the story we're working on over here. When you see that blue, there's a second portion to this story. Unfortunately, it's crime. So we're probably not going to get to it. But that also allows me to show you a piece of this over here. Here we have Gertrude walking back. Look, boss, look. I got the story waving in the air so you can see. She comes up the stairs. and she's going to bring it to the typesetter, and the typesetter is going to get to work. And of course, you see this little right there. That means the progression. His pops up. He is now searching for another news story. So we're good right now. We're going to do a little fast forward. Got another one. I like to pause because when you're not paused, this clock is ticking, and that can make things more difficult. We have another one that goes off, but we have a choice. We could do politics, or we could do society. I'm going to go with the society because we get a bonus from Gertrude. Because, see, it's going to take 20 hours or a day. Because of that one, she does this 4 hours faster than she'll do this one. And it'll be a better story. So we'll send Gertrude to go work on that. So we've got 14 hours approximately before this one is ready. Oh, excuse me. You have 1.5 days approximately in 3 days. So we should be able to get all 3 of these completed before the Sunday deadline to put in the paper, which a one-page paper, which is what we're doing right now, has room for 3. So we're going to just go straight in. Where she's doing a typeset for another one in the stories, probably this one. Yep, she's typesetting that one. But he is assembling this top one. And that top one is about to complete. He completed. When it's green, that means it's ready to go into print. So, again, do some. Oh, so what we got here? We need to wait. Inspiring society. So Gertrude is done. We can send her to that. Now, we won't be able to finish this one in time. 3 days. On Sunday, you have until this bell gets all the way back around before it forces you to do a print. It's not probably going to be done in time. It says Sunday, but it'll probably be Monday. Because these are estimates. Because if any of these people leave to go to the bathroom to get food, which is going to be added here in a minute, as you can see, they're throwing paper. It is making the area not as nice. So we're going to want to work on that. But when they come down, they sweep up paper and it brings back up. But we'll work on that and get more so when that paper hits, it's not as bad. But we are going to do a quick, let's get sped up. We're about to get another news. And we can send John to that. It may seem bad, but you get, they should be done before the newspaper comes up for the day. Even though you can use these stories up to 1 week, the next week. You just take a little bit of a hit, which we'll go over when we go to do the print. If they're printed the next week, but they can help fill out your paper, which helps you get more people and more paper sold. So it's not as bad as it seems. We're going to fast forward. Sunday is just around the corner, which is going to be print day. Sunday, morning time to roll the press. So, see that little red starting to go? That means it's almost time. So, this one is going to expire. here in a minute. So we won't be able to expand on that, but we weren't planning on it anyway because we weren't going to complete it in time. This one won't even be done. It'll fall on last week for old news, but it'll come up for this new one. So we're going to be able to do employment rises, recession on the loose, and capital fire. We've got all three of those. Since we have our three, we can go in here. We have the City Tribune from New York. It's the first edition, January 1930, 20 cents. These are old, which gives us a negative, so it'll take 250 papers away. For every match, we have a society, and a society, we're going to get one of those, which will give us 1,000 bonus. Each bronze tag we get will give us 1,000 for each. If you get a silver tag, you'll get 2,500, and of course the gold gets you 5,000. So we're going to go unemployment, recession on the loose, capital fire. So we're selling 5,000. So let's check. We switch. Doesn't matter which one we do. In this case, some cases one story will be better to have on your top fold, because right here where it's the fold with the one big story and the two smaller, where you got two on the bottom, the papers get folded, and this is up where people can see, and these two are the ones that are hidden. So some stories going here will give you a bigger bonus than another story, so you do want to kind of play around and make sure you have the best story here. The other thing is you want to try to make sure on that front page and other pages you get, especially the front page, I know that for sure, matching together, because you get this bonus when you do. So, but we are all good to print. We're going to print, hold, pull down, because we have enough paper, we have enough power, and the machine is in good use. So we'll set, go, and release. I love this. This is so cool. Then you have the paper running, it comes up, bam, we sold 5,000 papers for our first edition. Pops this up, 20 cents, we sold 5, we got 1,000 in revenue, we have no ads in the paper. So now we have 2,270. Click, right click, left click on that, and it'll bring up, we have 175 in wages currently. Increase is going to go as your people increase in their abilities. Of course, their salaries go up a portion. So this is 175 removed. We have no loan. Currently, we don't have it yet, but in the coming weeks, you'll left click on the paper one more time, and it'll bring you to showing who leveled up what. So that is the end of the week. We get the leave the recap. Now we have the map of the New York area. Currently, this is where we're selling papers. Now we can try to expand into different areas. So to expand into this area, we need to do one crime report, one sports report. That'll open the district up and give us 500 subscribers when we complete that. Here, same, except it's a society and an entertainment. In Wall Street is economy and politics. And then, of course, as you expand out, these do more and more things. You end up finding the mafia. This is where you can spend your influence points to get new things for your offices. But in order to open those, you need to open the corresponding of all this. So yeah, it's a nice little setup. So I want Wall Street. So we're going to try to get Wall Street. Now, if you fail, it doesn't lock it down. You just try another week. It just stops you from expanding after that first week. So, bam, we're starting the new week. We're going to stop it. And this is where we're going to end this first episode. And we will come back for an episode 2 and continue to go on our way. We're going to end up adding another teletype, the workbenches and stuff like that. We don't have enough money yet to get this next floor, because if we spent the 2,000, we'd only have 95, and we need to get paper. We need to get some food in here. We need to get the workbench. We need to get a bunch of things in here for the next week. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you after the next episode. You have a wonderful day.